Hello again, everyone. Raining outside today here at Creekview Acres, so I'll be working inside in the woodworking shop. We recently remodeled our dining room, and in doing that we eliminated our dining room hutch, which had a lot of dishes and glassware stored in them, and we may put something back to take its place, but it won't be quite as large as that hutch was. So I'm going to be building some shelves to put up on the wall. And we used a lot of pallet wood on the dining room ceiling, so I'm kind of keeping with that theme, and we're going to build some shelves here out of some pallet wood. Really simple. The bottoms and the back of each shelf is 3.5 inches wide, and then this front edge is 1.75 inches. That's a simple design there that we're going to use. Here's my measurements. I need 3 36-inch shelves, 3 27-inch shelves, and then they'll meet in the corner of the room, so I'll cut a 45-degree angle where the shelves meet. Stain them with the stain sealer that we used on the ceiling and on the door molding and chair rail and the base molding. It's a stain sealer all in one, a really dark color. So that's probably what we'll be using on these. We'll sand them. They're really rough, as you can imagine. Pallet wood, it's rough, but we'll sand them off. Be a little smoother then, where they'll take stain and won't be as hard to keep clean. I'll fasten them to the wall through the back here. There'll be a stud, at least one in the corner, and there'll be at least one stud or two going each way, so I'll have plenty of surface to fasten them to, and I'll just put screws in them, screw them into the wall. I may bevel the edges of them to where it's not such a sharp edge at each side, kind of like that. But we'll see. Next I'm going to be cutting all the dimensions, and in cutting these 36 inches, you can see I'm well over them, about 40 inches. So I'm going to cut out these nail holes at the ends. So I'll straighten this end up and then measure 36 to the opposite end. That should cut out all 4 of these nail holes. We'll still have a couple of nail holes in the middle, but that's no big deal there. This shelf, you can see it's split at the end. So this will be my 27-inch shelf. And if I drop back here behind the nail holes and go to the end, I can cut out all of that split. So I need 3 27 inches and then 3 36 inches. I have my ends squared up, so I've clamped all 3 shelves together, and I'll measure 36 inches, cut all 3 of them at the same time. Know it's raining outside, so hopefully you can hear me okay. Just laying out my boards here to see how it's going to work. This is a 36-inch shelf, and I put a 45 for it and a 27-inch join, and a 45 the top or the front edge. This shelf here will go on the wall first, and then this one will just butt up against it here at the back. And I will need to cut this off, but I haven't decided where to put a little bit of an angle here. Probably will, might make it look more built in. And I'll be using the Ryobi brad nailer and glue. So I think what I'll do first is attach this front piece to the shelf Alright, I have that attached. And I stopped right here with my brad nails. That allows me to put an angle on this, cut both of these pieces at the same time, and not hit a nail. You don't want to do that. Alright, there's my angle I put on the side, and that's 22.5 degrees. So now I can attach the back. My first shelf is built. When I attach the back, I'm going to drop back about 1/4 inch from the bottom edge to start the shelf. And there's all 3 shelves. Actually all 6 shelves, but they join in the corner, so we've got a total of 3 shelves on each wall. All we have to do when we install them is just bore a hole in the back and fasten it into a stud on the wall. So now we'll do some sanding and get them smoothed up a little, and then stain and sealer. Alright, here's the 3 shelves. After sanding, cleaned them off, ready for the stain and sealer, and some polyurethane on top of that. Stain sealer all finished, and we'll of course let that dry probably about 24 hours, and we'll put some polyurethane on it. Well, after the polyurethane's dried, I'm sanding this morning. I'm going to put another coat, smoothing this up a little bit. This wood is rough, so it's not going to be perfectly smooth, but we're just trying to get a little smoother finish on this. It is pallet wood, so it's going to be a little rough textured, but this smooths it out so I can put another coat of polyurethane. And I'm using 400 grit. So it says P400. Just sticky back on a sanding block. Don't have to do a lot. Just let the sanding block do the job. So I have 4 finished. And 1 more to go there. I'm about to finish this one, so we'll get the sanding done and we'll put another coat of polyurethane on. Alright, so putting the shelves up today, and here's how we're going to install the shelves. I went 12 inches from the chair rail to the bottom board of the shelf, and just have my little small level on here, putting a drywall screw the 2-inch drywall screw here in the corner and here on a stud. Found a stud with the stud finder right there. So we'll put 2 more up here. Then we'll put the matching shelf up. Goes from here to toward the window. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, and we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Thanks.